What up, guys? I know it's been a while since I've uploaded. I got like one video out last week on Wednesday, but that doesn't really count. I've taken a bye week like the Giants have taken a bye week. It's about a solid week or two since I've consistently uploaded any content. And so I had hoped that my next upload would have been something a bit more cheerful and happier than this, but obviously the Giants are 3-7. They played last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. They got absolutely demolished, ran off the field. They looked like they belonged in a Pee-wee squad. They looked terrible. They had 2 weeks to prepare, and just nothing went right. We see the same mistakes we usually do. Like, where do you want me to continue with this? It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. There's so many things I can go over and talk about that went bad. Now, obviously, this is the day after. I literally had a chance to sleep on it and reflect, and I'm still just as angry and disappointed as I was last night. Now, whatever in the world happened last night, Joe Judge is supposed to speak to the media today at 4 o'clock. Maybe, I don't know, to say something to us, to try and save face with the fan base and the media or something. Or maybe there's going to be major changes made. Somebody's going to get fired. There's been rumors since the end of the game that Jason Garrett is going to be fired. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but even though I've been the head of the fired Jason Garrett chain since week 4 last year, firing Garrett doesn't necessarily fix what's wrong with this team. And this is something I've been saying for a while too. The Giants are a bad team. They are a bad team. Alright? And with bad teams, it's usually not one person or one thing that's the problem. And while Jason Garrett is a problem, I really think that what he's been doing is not suited for the Giants. I mean, we clearly haven't been scoring enough points. There's also a lot of other factors that play into that. Our quarterback is not good. And our quarterback is not good in the situation that he's in right now. He needs to be in a better situation in order to, be fully able to take advantage of his abilities. That's just the fact of the matter. Daniel Jones, I don't think he could be a quarterback that would, clutch you out a game or two, and just off of his pure ability alone will win you a couple of games. He could probably do it once a year. He probably could do that. But he's a quarterback you can win with. However, this is not the situation where you could win with him because we don't have an offensive line, and the receivers haven't been healthy enough for him to build a rapport with them. And now that they are healthy, he's not targeting them, although some of that is the offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett, as well. There's just a lot of things that go into this that, I'm going to try and talk about. But firing Jason Garrett, the only way it's a step in the right direction is if they somehow manage to fix the offensive line by the end of the year, which is not going to happen. And if whoever takes over play calling improves the red zone efficiency and red zone scoring, red zone offense in general, while keeping up with what we've been doing in between the 20s, because that's been good. In between the 20s, it hasn't been the best. It still leaves a lot to be desired. For example, when we're on third and longs or third and mediums, and sometimes I do get annoyed that we're throwing before the sticks instead of throwing past the sticks. However, between the 20s, we've been pretty good moving the ball. It's the red zone. So if we could improve that red zone while keeping up what we've been doing in between the 20s, that's an improvement of the offensive coordinator right there. That's an improvement in play calling. But that also goes back to Joe Judge. And it's just like now I feel like I'm all over the place. And I also feel like I've been repeating myself for weeks now. Those of you that have been watching my videos probably feel like you've been hearing the same thing for weeks now. If you're a Giants fan, you've been thinking the same thing for weeks now. But let me focus back on this Tampa Bay game. Where did things go wrong? This Tampa Bay game reminded me once again so much of 2020 and so much of 2017. Early 2017, when our defense was still pretty good. Our defense was good in 2017. However, they gave up on the coaches. Let's not forget that. And of course, we had a couple injuries as well. But when I say is that the defense did a pretty good job of holding Tampa Bay down as much as they can. Remember, at one point, this game, we were going back and forth with scoring, and at halftime, it was 17-10, and we came out the half we came out the half with the ball. We were supposed to go down and score. Did not happen. The defense very quickly got tired. And part of that is because they couldn't get off the field. It's just the philosophy of the defense. They're bend, not break. And sometimes it comes back to bite them in the butt with things like this, where it's like there was an 8-minute drive by Tampa Bay at one point that ate up most of the third. I think it was the third quarter. It was either the second or third quarter. Either way, there was an 8-minute drive. And whenever you have long drives like that, your defense is going to get tired. Once again, reminding me of 2017, where the defense is doing a good job until they get tired, because players can't continue to perform at a certain level when their bodies start to give in. And that's exactly what happened. And then after that, in a combination of our, just incompetence on the offensive side of the ball, and Daniel Jones continuing to make mistakes and turning over the football. Oh my God, and not reading the field properly, and it really looked like he was seeing ghosts. He reminded me of 2019 Sam Darnold, where it's like he's seeing something that's not on the field, or whatever he's seeing, we as the viewers are not seeing it either. Jesus Christ. And of course it turned into a blowout, 30-10. And let us talk about Daniel Jones for a second, because I'm a very, very big Daniel Jones defender. In the 2020 season, people call me Daniel Jones Stan. And you know what? I stand by that. I do stand by that title of a Daniel Jones Stan for the 2020 season. However, entering the 2021 season, I feel like I've been very fair to him and to most of the people involved with the Giants team in general, including Jason Garrett, who I literally sort of defended earlier in this video, and I've sort of defended throughout the year, where it's like he has a lot of problems, but he's not the only one. Once again, with a bad organization, it's a lot of different things. With this offense side of the ball is Joe Judge with his goddamn conservative philosophy. He's got to be the most conservative coach I've seen in my life. It's Jason Garrett with not terrible, but just not good play calling in the red zone, and sometimes he can be inconsistent all around. And it's Daniel Jones with these same mistakes that we've been seeing since year one. And yes, he's not in the best situation. Let me address that. Yeah, he doesn't have a good offensive line at all. All he got is Andrew Thomas. That's literally all he got. The running game with Saquon Barkley, that's a whole other situation. Saquon Barkley just does not look like Saquon Barkley of 2018. And part of me really feels like it's, and I hate to say this, because Saquon's one of my favorite players, but part of me really feels like he needs to go. Because even when Devontae Booker came in later in the game, we saw way better running from Devontae Booker than we did Saquon Barkley. And I'm not sure if literally a change of scenery is going to do him any good and then he bounces back, or if it's just that he's done. You know what I'm saying? If it's just that his tendons, his muscles are done. It could be either one, but he's not right for the Giants as of right now. So Daniel Jones, he has no protection. He has no run game. Not much to work with. However, at some point, there's mistakes that are not connected to that, where I'm just like, you're performing really bad. Going back to reading the field, going back to bad decision making, going back to those picks which were on bad decision making. One of them, yeah, he got pressured on, but don't throw it across your body. It's like one of the basic things of being a quarterback. Don't throw it across your body, off your back foot. Reminded me of Eli in his last couple of years. Across your body, back foot interception. And then, like I was saying, it's like he's seeing things out there that aren't there, and then he's missing open throws as well. The best example would be when the first trip down in the red zone, when he had both Kadarius Toney and Kenny Galladay open for a potential touchdown. He did not see them. Kenny over the middle, and he was, I don't know if it was a post route or something like that, but he was going up that way outside, and then it could have been a fade to Kadarius, which in my opinion, Daniel Jones can't throw a good enough fade ball. And I know everybody loves to tout that one stat PFF had where he was the best deep ball thrower in the NFL. That is true to an extent. He's good at throwing really precise deep balls, but I don't know how nobody else has noticed it yet. When it comes to putting a certain amount of loft under the ball, a certain amount of air under it, he's kind of inconsistent with that. He's missed receivers open down the field, or even on down the sideline where the ball sails out of bounds, because he just doesn't put the right amount of air under it. And it's the same kind of thing applies to the fade route as well. With Kadarius Toney, he doesn't throw a very consistent fade ball, in my opinion, either. But that's just my opinion. What do I know? But this video has been all over the place, and it's just scatterbrained is how I feel about this team. And I think it's safe to say the season's done. We should start looking forward to next season. There's Every other team that needs to win is winning in the wild card hunt. We need to start being realistic, is what the situation is. And with the regards to Joe Judge talking to the media at 4 p.m. today, of course I'm going to look and see what he has to say, but I don't think, even if a firing is made, I don't think it fixes anything immediately. That's my thoughts for now. Push thoughts down below, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.